Welcome to Trailhead DX. In today's session, we're going to be learning how to build reports lightning fast. I'm Anusha a Director of Product, and in a few moments, Ankita Dutta will be joining us as well.
Because future-looking statements are inherently subject to risk and uncertainty, our reminder is that you should make any purchasing decisions or investment decisions based on products that are currently commercially available.
Hey Cody, I've been hearing you've been switching to Classic quite a lot instead of using the Lightning Report Builder. Why is that? Well, Astro, the Lightning Report Builder is pretty awesome, but I just feel like Classic is a lot faster. Oh, that's not true. Let me show you a few ways on how the Lightning Report Builder is actually quite faster than Classic. So here's the 3 ways to build reports faster. The first way is to disable preview. In the Lightning Report Builder, recently we introduced a feature called Disable Preview, where you can quickly add and remove fields and filters. Also, you can build formulas faster in Lightning with the new options, row level versus summary level formulas. And we're going to show you a sneak peek into how building report types is going to be a lot faster now with automatically adding fields to report types feature at the end.
Hey guys, this is Ankita Dutta, Senior Product Manager with the Reports and Dashboards team at Salesforce. Today I'll give you various tips regarding actions on the run page, which will help you build and run your reports faster with Lightning. Alright, so let's get started with the demo. I'm logged into my local dev instance and I've pre-created a report for high-value opportunities and I am already in the edit mode. So the first thing you'll notice is that the update preview automatically toggle is disabled by default. And this is great to keep disabled if you're trying to add multiple fields to your report. So let's say I want to add some fields to my report, such as stage. And then I'll add a couple of other fields as well, such as account name and description. Once I'm done adding all my fields and they appear over here, I can hit refresh so that my report refreshes all at once instead of refreshing for each individual field that I'm adding. Another point for faster performance is to add fields from the Fields panel by double-clicking on them rather than dragging and dropping them to your interface and then hitting refresh once you're done adding all your fields. Now let's say I want to see how much ACV my opportunities are bringing in every year. So what I can do for that is group my report via close date. And at this point, if you don't want to hit refresh every time, since you're not adding any new fields, just click on update preview automatically so your report gets auto-refreshed. Now what I can do after going over here is group date by, let's say, calendar year, for example. And then you can sort ascending and descending for a date field so that you can see your latest calendar year opportunities at the beginning. The next thing you can do is sort with a field within that group. So for example, my reps want to know which opportunities they want to concentrate their efforts on for closing them, or which ones they can learn from that brought in a lot of ACV. What I can do is basically sort by the amount field within my groups so that the high value opportunities appear right at the top, and then my reps know what they should be concentrating their efforts on within each group. The next feature is add unique count. So let's say I want to see what stage my opportunities are in for all the groups. So basically for the past year, I want all the opportunities to be in a closed state. So I can click on this drop down over here next to stage and click on show unique count. And what that does is shows me the unique count of the various types of stages within each grouping. And the last thing I quickly want to show you is filtering by URL parameters. So this is a pre-created URL parameter filtered report, which shows you opportunities that are only belonging to the standard opportunities record type. And that's because of this value that I've appended towards the end of the URL. It says ampersand FV1. FV1 means filter value 1 is equal to standard opportunities. You can add a lot of filters over here for each report rather than recreating reports and simply bookmarking the links so that you can save it for use for the future. So that's how you can use actions on the run page to run your report faster. Thank you.
Awesome. Thanks so much, Ankita, for showing all the fast actions that you could take on the Lightning Report Builder, including Disable Preview. Now let's take a look at how you can build formulas fast right on the Lightning Report Builder. So let's say I'm an admin and a service manager has come to me saying that they want to see a cases report for all the cases that were open since last year. And they have some questions about that. The first question they have is, how do I see what were the total cases that were closed by case type? So let's go ahead here and add type as a grouping. And now, we don't need a formula for answering this question. We already have number of closed as a field. I can just do a quick summary to understand what was the total cases closed by the case type. So let's go ahead and do a simple sum. Awesome. So now you can see by type the number of total cases that were closed. The next question the service manager has is understanding the average monthly volume by product. So let's go ahead and add product also as a grouping here. Now the report is grouped by product and by type. And to understand the average monthly case volume by product, that's actually looking at things by summary level. So let's go ahead and add a summary formula, a custom summary formula. So again, we chose to do a summary formula here because we're looking at it at a product grouping level. So let's go ahead and add the average monthly case volume. And for this formula, what we can do is since our report is every case at a case level, we can just choose the record count and then divide that by 12. That's going to help us get to the monthly case volume. And let's go ahead and validate this one. Yes, let's hit apply. And we notice by default what this formula does is at every product grouping level, it's showing me the monthly case volume. We can better visualize this by adding a chart. So let's go ahead and add a chart here. And it shows type and sum of close as the default measures, but we can go to the chart properties and edit those. Let's add product as the y-axis. And then instead of sum close, let's take a look at the average monthly case volume. So this is exactly what the case manager wants. He wanted to look at product by the monthly case volume. So now, just with our preview data, we can already see headphones has more cases coming in monthly. And the last question that the service manager had was he wanted to understand if we can verify the different addresses on the case. So here we have a billing state and a shipping state. So for every case, he wanted to check if these addresses are the same or are they different. He notices that sometimes the service reps, they don't always enter the information correctly. So he wanted to just verify on this. And since we're looking at things at a row level, now is the time to add a row level formula. So with the row level formula, you can do calculations at a row or a record level. So here, as I mentioned, we wanted to check address. So let's go ahead and do that. And in order to do that, we can actually add a logical if function. So let's add this if. And there's a few ways on how we can enter the fields. We can do a type ahead here, similar to kind of when you're building those summary formulas. So let me just say billing state. Great. And let's say if that equals the shipping state. So we can find shipping state here on the fields panel as well. We can insert that in. Great. So if those two are equal, then we want to say that, this is awesome. It's a 1. Let's keep that as a 1. If it's false, it's a 0. So they're not matching. And then we can validate this. Awesome. And once we hit apply, we're going to see at every record level, we're checking the address. And there's also a summary, which doesn't make sense for this use case. So what we can do here is in the check address, we see our formula here. we can just remove the summary. So let's hit apply. Awesome. So that's exactly what we wanted. We wanted to see for every single case, we want to check the address. And, for row level formulas, there are a few restrictions. You can only have one row level formula right now per your report. And then also, when you're creating that row level formula, you can reference up to 5 fields, starting with the summer 20 release. Let's actually run this report. Let's see if there's any interesting metrics that come out of it. So we understand that, there's actually a null product here that seems to be getting a lot of cases. Definitely some missing data going on with the cases. That's important for the service manager to know. Headphones also seems to be the top product with a lot of cases coming in. And then as the service manager expected, there's quite a lot of nulls here, for the shipping state. So he should work with the service reps to make sure all the information's entered in correctly. So this is just a quick way on how you can use formulas here in Lightning Report Builder to build, meaningful and valuable reports.
All right, so this is a demo of our newest feature, Auto Add Fields to Custom Report Types. This is still work in progress, but we are able to show you a rough demo in this session. So I'm logged into my local environment. Now I'm going to go ahead, click on Setup and open up a setup window and go to Report Types. I'll click on Continue and then open the report type Opportunities with or without orders. I'll click on Edit Layout. And then you can see all the fields from Opportunities over here and then Orders over here appearing in the custom report type layout. What I'll do next is open up my Opportunities object, go to Fields and Relationships, and add a new field. I'll add the field of type number. Click on Next. And let's call this field Discount. Give it a length of 10. Click Next. And then save it. You see your new field Discount has been created and you can see it over here. Now let's go back to the custom report type that we were looking at and then refresh our screen. You can now see that the new discount field appears over here under the Opportunities section for this custom report type. Now let's go ahead and create a new report with this report type. Select Opportunities, with or without orders. I can change my filters to all time and then add some more fields such as stage and description. Now if I go to my outline pane over here, I can see the new discount field created under the Opportunities section. I can drag and drop this, close the pane, click refresh, and there you are. Your new field has been added to this report created by this custom report type. You can go ahead and save it and run this report. And there you go. Pretty cool, isn't it? You don't have to now go around and search for all the custom report types when you're adding a new field to an object. It automatically gets added to all the associated custom report types. Great. So to summarize, what are our key takeaways? Number 1, you can quickly edit reports in Lightning Report Builder with actions such as disabled review, look up fields instead of drag and drop, and using the field level actions such as show unique count. Number 2 is you can quickly build formulas with row level formulas. This is when you need to analyze data at every record level. And number 3 is that new fields will automatically be added to associated report types starting in Winter 21 release. That's all we have today. Hopefully you learned something new with our session. Thank you for attending. Goodbye.
Own Backup Enhanced Sandbox Seeding helps admins and developers innovate faster and reduce risk with an automated solution. Identify and anonymize your dream data set. No manual spreadsheets required. Define the exact data you want with reusable templates and built-in filters. If needed, turn off automations. Then instantly seed to your desired destination. Check out Own Backup on AppExchange to learn more.
Did you know that our brains receive 11 million bits of information every second? However, we can only consciously process around 40 bits. This is called unconscious bias. We all have it, but these mental shortcuts can create harmful stereotypes. Skilling up on equality makes us a stronger community. Learn more on Trailhead and earn the Impact of Unconscious Bias badge.
From Pep-Up Tech to Marivis to Salesforce Saturdays, Rad Women Who Code, Ladies Be Architects, and Super Moms, and the many, many other workforce development programs driven by our communities, I get to work with the leaders of leaders who use their powers for good to fight economic inequality. How do we do that? We do that by giving opportunities to those who would not normally have access to level themselves up via Salesforce. And we need your help. We need volunteers to mentor them. We need donations so that the programs can run. And we need jobs. We need Salesforce customers and partners to hire these resourceful, resilient problem solvers, because that's when the real change starts. That's when they're able to rise up and live their best lives. Investing in these rising stars is not only the right thing to do, it's the logical thing to do. I hope you'll join us. Let's make change together.